I'm going to share with you three psychological tricks that make you really attractive to women. And I want to show you exactly how to do this. And listen, there's an opportunity that's coming up. I'll let you look for yourself. It's in the comment section. It's in the description. But I am doing a free masterclass that's really equipping men who want to go to the next level in their lives, romantically, financially, all the bits. And it's in the comment section. I'll let you check it out. So one of the ways to be really attractive, this is a psychological trick that you can use to be really attractive to women. And it may sound counterintuitive, but if you can execute this the way I'm going to share with you, women will find you super attractive. And that is this: a man who is not of excessive words. What do I mean by that? I'll never forget, I was in church and I remember this pastor who was not the brightest guy and was kind of a goofball, but he said something and I found it so interesting. He said, Arica, when a man doesn't talk so much, he actually appears wiser than he actually is. And I saw him actually put this into practice for himself, because when I got to know this person, he wasn't the most intelligent. He wasn't the brightest. He was, doing his best, to say the least. However, I noticed when he was with other pastors or when he was with other leaders, he would remain really quiet. He would listen intently, and he would kind of look up and say, well, that's quite interesting. And just by him doing something like this, he appeared to be far more intelligent than what he actually was. And so here's the thing. Women, we love intelligent men. It goes to our survival needs. It's that primal need of, if shit were to hit the fan, are you intelligent enough to have the survival needs to put in place so that I'm going to be safe as a woman? That's really what it boils down to. But we're really intrigued by intelligent men. And you can come across far more intelligent, far more superior, far more respectable when you are a man who is not of excessive words. This is a psychological trick that if you start putting this into practice, women will start revering you a lot more. They'll put you more on a pedestal. They'll start respecting you a lot more. And when a woman respects you, that's when she's attracted to you. You can even do this if you're married, if you're single, if you're at a coffee shop with a group of people. What you want to do is this. This is how you execute it. Because you're like, Arica, if I'm not talking, how the hell are we going to get to know each other? How am I going to actually get with this woman? It makes perfect sense. So this is how you're going to do it. What you're going to do is this. You're going to ask questions, and then you're going to listen intently. When you listen intently, make eye contact, nod your head, show compassion, show empathy, show as if you really care and you are interested. This is what guys do wrong, and this is why this psychological trick doesn't make men attractive, is when you ask a question, because most men can be nervous in these scenarios, you start looking around. When you start looking around, what you're communicating to that person is that you don't actually care. But when you can ask a question, listen intently, show empathy, express compassion by showing emotions on your face. When they say something painful, you're like, like it affects you. Or when they say something excited, you smile, it affects you. People want to know that their words are actually impacting your life. So when you're able to stay silent, ask a question and remain silent, and then show empathy from your face, but to maintain eye contact. This is a psychological trick that will make women far more attractive than if you're that guy who just is so insecure and so needy and just needs to talk about himself as if he doesn't have wherewithal to read a room or to read the person in front of him. So I want you to try this. In the comment section, I want you to tell me quiet man, and you and I will know that you're understanding exactly what I'm trying to communicate to you. Second psychological trick that will make you highly attractive is a man who expresses empathy. Empathy is super huge because Nowadays, the currency of attraction for a man is becoming more about emotional intelligence. We've gone through the big divide of women being able to provide for themselves. It's still an ongoing conversation. I wouldn't say we're fully there, but now we're seeing where men are going, what actually makes me a man? What can I actually bring to this woman's life? And now we're understanding it's emotional intelligence. It's emotional connectedness. How connected are you to your emotions that you can show up and show her empathy in her life? Even the brilliant, a lot of people are following Alex Hermosi and Layla, which they're a very fascinating couple. But she even said to Alex, you know, when I'm really sick, sometimes it would just be fucking nice if you just gave me a hug. And so he's like, I didn't know that you were sick because you're always sick. Did you guys watch this YouTube from them? But she's like, no, sometimes it would just be nice to have a hug. And that's what women are really wanting, is a man who can express that empathy, that when he sees her going through a hard time, when he sees something not right, that he can show her that he's empathetic. When you can do this just by conveying empathy, even if it's not to her, to people around the room, if a woman needs assistance and you see that and you have the foresight to go, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you need some help with that? It's like, oh my gosh, he cares. He's empathetic to the world around him. When a woman observes you doing that, in her mind, she perceives you as far more attractive. Why? Because she knows that that is a base level need that she has in her life, that she carries, that most men are not equipped to give her. But if she sees that you can do this, instantly you become more attracted to her, especially when you implement the first one. When you're showing her that you're a bit more reserved, that you're not excessively talking, and you show her empathy. What you're doing is you're showing her the polarity. You're showing her that very high masculine side that is perceived as being very intelligent, but you're also showing her that you also have that softer side to you that shows that you are an empathetic man. Just combining these two will make you highly attractive to women. And the third psychological trick that you can use to make women highly attracted to you is this. Before I share it, make sure that right now you subscribe and that you like this video, and stay tuned for the very end, where I give you guys my pep talks to really encourage you, to really inspire you, and to champion you in your life right now. The third one is this: a guy who comes across as very friendly. There is something about this that just sets the tone of you being easy to connect with, you being easy to communicate with. I'll give you a perfect example. You know, I live in the south of France. I spend most of my days in Monaco. And there is a beautiful Italian guy that I see at a store every day. When I'm going on my walks, I see this guy every day. But what makes him unattractive is he does not look friendly. He has this scour look on his face. He always looks frustrated, disgruntled, not happy. This actually makes him look highly unattractive. At first he was good looking, but over the course of time, when I've seen him over the past few months of walking past him, I'm like, he doesn't give me that warm, friendly energy. What this does is it shuts us down as a woman. It tells us that you're not an inviting guy, that you're a difficult guy, that eventually you're going to be drama. You're going to be problems. I know men talk a lot about women being drama, but let me tell you, men are just as much drama, because we're people. We have emotions. It's drama on both ends. So let's just be honest about that. But the reality is, when you convey that you're friendly, this psychological trick, by smiling at people, being warm, engaging, saying hello, bonjour, hello, hola, ciao, saying buongiorno, any of these things, when you're warm and you're talking to people and you seem friendly, you go to the coffee shop, the people who own the coffee shop, they engage you. You belong to groups. When she sees you, she sees other people interacting with you. What this does is it shows that you're attractive, that people actually desire being in your company. The more that she sees that people desire being in your company, the more inclined she is to want to be in your company for herself as well. Listen, my darling, you have so many things going for you that make you attractive. But when you come here and you watch these videos and you implement the advice that I'm sharing with you, what you are doing is you're almost like polishing off these diamonds that have been sitting on the inside of your treasure chest, inside of you for a very long time. But you've never had someone go, hey, you know, you have this gift, you have this ability, you have this quality. You just haven't been using it right. It's just been covered in dust. It's time to take it out, polish it up, and put it out into the world. There is real value inside of yourself. What I encourage you to do is to remain curious about who you are as a man and the qualities that you actually have, and start asking yourself, are there some underdeveloped qualities that I have that I can be using, such as smiling, showing empathy, you know, being a little bit more reserved, showing that I am a man of wisdom? Are these things that I could be doing that I'm just not giving myself credit for? I'm just not being honest with myself about the good things in my life. I keep paying attention to the shit and my shortcomings, and I'm not paying attention to that there are actually really good things about me, that if I actually put some emphasis on those good areas in my life, that by doing that would make me far more attractive. And hell, I would actually start enjoying myself a lot more. I hope this video supported you. As always, here's a full list of videos for you to watch. I always encourage you, find that one video that you really need to listen to, watch it, take notes, and allow it to transform your life. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, check out that masterclass below. Mwah.